In the last video, we used the MouseMove event to trigger the macro that actually gave us the answer to the calculation. I'm going to cut and paste that back into the double click. This is going to be a combination of the MouseMove event and something called the application.status bar. The status bar is a little message that sometimes displays down here, but did you know that you could customize that using VBA? And you could customize that a lot. Anytime something happens and you want to alert somebody, even when you're hovering the mouse over something, you might want to display a message down there in the status bar and then have it go away later. So let's go ahead and experiment with that. Just as soon as this MouseMove event is triggered, we're going to have it do that for us. So we're going to say application.statusbar equals, and we're going to give our message. So the status bar is going to say double click to calculate, because they might need to know that. Usually it's a single click. So let's go ahead and look down here in the status bar, and I'm going to hover my mouse over there, and it says double click to calculate. So that's very useful information. Now you might say, well, how do you make that go away? A billion different ways. You might do a worksheet event where when any cell was clicked on, the application.statusbar equals false. Or you might do, as soon as you leave this worksheet, any event that you want to trigger it is fine. Now if you're really desperate, you're so desperate, to make it as soon as your mouse leaves that, well, they don't have a deactivate or an unmouse move event currently. But what you could do is you could put some kind of label behind this. We haven't got into labels, but you drew it out of me. I'm going to show you, I'm going to basically just put a label behind this. And so this is a label. You can actually take a label and you can erase the actual message of the label, right-click properties. So this is a quick tip here. No caption at all. And I'm going to double click on this back style opaque. I'll show you right now. You can't see through it, but if you double click and make it transparent, or use the drop down and go to transparent, well, this label is transparent. And I'm going to right click, and I'm going to even send it backwards. I'm going to bring it backward so that the button supersedes the label right there. But with this label, I'm going to put a MouseMove event on it. Double clicked on the little invisible label, and we're going to do a MouseMove event for that. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to say application.statusbar equals false. Well, that tells it to go blank. You could also say equals blank. That's fine. But false actually allows its normal messages to appear back there, so it's probably better. So whenever the mouse move occurs on this random invisible label, then everything will go back to normal. So you hover here and it says double click to calculate. You hover here, this invisible thing, and it says everything's normal. So that's a neat little trick, right? Double click to calculate, normal. Just like that, you can have a little custom message. Oh, well, I better double click. And there you have it.